Hey everyone, today we would like to introduce you to Kanasu, a modern Vastu home in Bangalore, Karnataka. Designed by Technoarchitecture, this house overlooks two huge trees situated in the north of the site. Let me give you quick specs. Spread across a plot area of 5,000 square feet, this home has a built-up area of 12,500 square feet. The idea was to create a structure such that the nature flows into the interior spaces. Spaces throughout the house are spread out vertically with a majestic 50 feet long swimming pool and a deck located on the terrace. If you want to know more about this project story, click on the link mentioned in the description below. It will take you to our website buildofy.com where you can become a member and download full PDF ebook including detailed floor plans, section elevation with dimensions and the material palette. You can download 250 plus PDF ebooks of the houses pan-India. Till then, I hope you enjoy this video.
Kanasu literally means dreams in the local language Kannada. So Kanasu is what dreams are made of. It is to cater to the aspirations of the client, keeping in mind the practical needs and respecting nature, and of course adding a tab of luxury into the client's lifestyle. The site situated in one of the most influential areas in Bangalore. So primarily when we first come across to the site, we have the property which is 100 feet by 50 feet in dimension. It's almost like a 5,000 square feet plot. This is a north facing street. The design itself should be as interactive as possible because of the two trees in the front. So I had to make sure that nature was taken into account along with their requirement. So the client's brief initially when they came to me was it was a 5-bedroom house, housed in a 4-floor structure because of the requirement and the magnitude of the bed sizes what they wanted. The new house had to be really part of nature is what the mother's brief was, and keeping in mind the basic Vastu principles. Care was taken that because since the parents are aged and they wanted a very clean, simple line planning with no levels in the house. So every single floor as we go higher is actually a plain flat slab area. This is where we enter the house in the northeast quadrant. So that's the two trees, one in the northwest and one in the northeast. So as and when we move into the house, all the services and the parking was catered in the basement area, which was almost like -3 feet to -4 feet below the road level. So as you walk across the steps, you climb up to a level of almost +5 feet from the street. So you already have an elevated plan, because of which you are cut off from the street because of privacy and also the noise levels. So as you move in, we have kind of bifurcated the whole plan in such a way that we have created two courts, namely the water body which is in the northeast area, which is also good for Vastu. And second thing is we were able to create a space which had a element of green completely of almost 800 square feet of a landscape area which was in the northwest direction, overlooking from all parts of the house, in turn overlooking into the street and the trees which were already present. So by doing that, even for Vastu, if you look at it, it's the northwest corner which apparently gets in a lot of breeze into the house, and also it acts like a surprise that until you enter the house, you would not realize that kind of a space exists from the street. Now as one approaches the main door, you have a landing and then you open the main door which is the north facing. Again, you come into a space which is a formal living room. Now this formal living area has a complete view of the garden area on the right side. The formal living room has a complete view onto the water body which is in the northeast corner. Now from this space, as one moves further inside, there are grids what we have created to actually form the private and the semi-private spaces, with the service corridor and the lift happening in the southwest corner. Now this portion takes in the dining area, which is itself in a double height space of almost 24 feet high, and that dining area again overlooks into the water body. So this entire facade, you have a completely double height glazing where you get in a lot of light in the morning through the east. So there's a lot of sunlight play into the house, there's a lot of shadows into the house. Now from this portion, as one enters from the dining, there's an extension again into a so-called relatively quieter, calmer space, which is called the family area. Now this family room also has an absolute beautiful view of the garden in the northwest. Also the family view has a view of the water body in the northeast. So basically the idea was to create very minimal walls in the ground floor so that every single space, they're all well stitched to each other and also at the same time have their own privacy levels. So you have the kitchen in the southeast quadrant, which is the dry kitchen, which was meant by the family members. The other portion backside was having the wet kitchen, which is basically used by the staff of the house, and the southwest corner had in a small bedroom, which was the guest bedroom. So as you come up the first floor through the service core and the lift, so we've kind of gotten a home theater come family which could double up together. So this family room is an interesting space because you have sliding partitions on both sides. So basically it's like, you know, you want to watch a movie, you kind of close the partition and have a nice cozy space. But when you move the partition on either side, it completely gets concealed inside the walls so that the whole area becomes open, and then in turn you actually have a nice view of the dining area, which I mentioned earlier was a double light space. So as you move through the bridge, you have one massive space of a master bedroom, which was one of their concerns. We are talking of a master bedroom of almost 800 square feet, and then you have a beautiful marble floored toilet. The bedroom overlooks, it kind of really, you know, cantilevers itself through a massive 18 to 20 feet of slab supported by a single concrete pillar, which was itself challenged in structural design. And then this bedroom has a very, very cozy balcony overlooking into the northeast quadrant, which was a very private area. The whole balcony, you overlook into the northeast water body, which is present in the ground floor. And also from this level, you actually again connect yourself to the big tree, which is in the northeast quadrant. So when you sit in the balcony, it feels like you are part of nature, or the nature's got into the house. We have another kids bedroom, which is aligned here in the southwest corner. It has its own walk-in wardrobe and the toilet situated in the southeast corner just above the kitchen area. And every single space of ours is almost like 12 feet in roof, so you have a nice volume created, unlike the regular 10 feet what we do. Even the lintels are at 8 feet, so you have a nice volume. The staircase also are fairly wide enough, which is about 4.5 feet in wide. So an interesting part of the staircase and the lift is we've kind of done the entire lift in glass, so that as one goes up and down, so you're kind of connected to the outside area also. So once you come up on the second floor, predominantly the second floor houses the son's room along with another kid's room. So from here you move in, the son's room again sits in almost equal or parallel to the master bedroom in the first floor level. The nice part of this is you again have a completely L-shaped balcony, which is a bit more larger than the first floor balcony. This entire thing had a glass facade, which is actually focusing onto the northeast corner. Now from the bedroom again, you have a view towards the trees towards the northeast and the northwest area. Every space you go, whether it's horizontal or vertical, you are connected to nature. Now from the family you move in, there's another additional kids bedroom, which is the last bedroom out of the 5, and then that's the walk-in wardrobe and then the toilet positioned here. Another requirement due to the pandemic is everybody has this option of work from home. So a later addition which came about was we wanted to have a small home office tucked away somewhere, in the corner at this floor. So it's an extension of the family area which we created a home office, and it's completely acoustic controlled so that you have your own designated space for working in the house. Along with the 5-bedroom, another luxury element which came about in the whole process was they wanted a very, very large swimming pool. So it made sense for us to actually put the pool all the way to the terrace. So you come out of the lift and the staircase in this corner. So we've kind of had the terrace designed in a way that it has a semi-covered area towards this southeast quadrant, where it houses the bar and the terrace seating area for easily about 25 to 30 people under a closed shelter, and also completely surrounded by a dense landscape area. Moving forward to the more open area, this is where we have tucked in the 50 feet by 18 feet massive pool, and all the way surrounded by landscape. And also in the terrace level, the doors and windows, they all move 100%. So they're all aluminum sections, completely opening up. So once you move this, the whole terrace area becomes as one. And towards the last quadrant, we have a small pantry and a toilet. So as you come out of the terrace from the lift and the staircase, so you directly enter into a area which is actually covered by a puff board and then a wooden ceiling which is finished in Ipe wood. So that becomes part of an external area which is open, at the same time closed. So the entire building is elevated to about 5 feet. So from the street, so you already have a nice privacy from the eye level as one walks across the street. Now this is the volume which was created in the dining area, which is a double height space. So you have a good 24 feet volume into the space, and then from the first level you are able to look down into the dining area. And this is the water body which was created in the northeast quadrant. So you have a lot of light coming in from the east early in the morning. And one more good thing is, the water body is located in a way that even when you open the main gate and you start walking into the main door, the water body is actually inviting you into its space. The sight of water is really calming, it's very soothing. So we kind of located the water body not only internal but also external, so you have a nice sense of space. And one good thing is the pool was located in a way that, or aligned structurally in a way that you actually had a 4 feet dip in the pool, but it was designed in such a way that it perfectly sits over a wardrobe area, so that you don't feel any space of the swimming pool jetting into the space. So by doing that, I was able to get about 10 feet height here, and whereas the master bedroom was about 14 feet in height, the second floor master bedroom itself had a mezzanine kind of a feel, so which was nice to take in. As one walks across, this entire gate is designed in a material called cotton steel, so which is very beautiful and it ages beautifully, and primarily it was done with keeping in mind the respect, with respect to the environment and the material palette what went into the house. Now, if you look at the elevation itself, what we've tried to do is we've kept it very simple and very geometric. The material palette is very responsive to the environment, primarily that the material used are cotton steel, we used a lot of cement, we used a lot of wood which is ribbed, which was finished in Ipe, and then we used a lot of cement finish for the walls. So these colors are very tactile in nature, and they give you a very good sensible textural quality into the whole space and the design itself. So we were able to blend in perfectly in such a way that no material is overused or underused, so that every single palette, every single wall has its own differentiation. Since this is a double height space of the garden, so we used a tile which is called the laminum, so which was very easy to maintain and very economical to maintain and use. So we kind of wrap the whole thing like an L shape so that maintenance becomes easy, and then actually gives you a nice feel when you talk about the sense of landscape overlooking the open to sky area. At the same time, you talk about the east elevation. So we've kind of gotten a very nice volume which is created, which is sucked into the house, so that you're able to kind of move away from the neighboring property, so that you don't really have the feeling of you're building too close to the neighbor's house. Because of the east, we have a lot of detailing done where there is a lot of light and shadow effect. The effects on the walls are so beautiful that even the white walls, they look dramatic, as the movement of the sun from this angle towards the west side of the area. We used a lot of Satvario marble, which is white, personally handpicked from Italy with the client. So it kind of ran through the entire length and breadth of the house. To complement the marble, we kept the walls as simple as possible and with a little hint of teak wood, which were used in rib form or probably in the false ceiling or the vertical forms. And one interesting is we have a partition designed between the formal living room and the dining. So these fins actually move, or you can actually move them around depending on your privacy level, and you can completely shut it down whenever you want it if you want privacy, or you can completely open it 90 degrees if you want to have the depth into the house all the way through the dining and the puja room. We kind of got in some of the best furniture across the world, primarily from Europe. So they were a little colorful, which kind of added that quirkiness in the design, just to get that contrast, just to break the monotony of the regular materials what we used. And to add a lot of value, we got in specific hand-picked paintings which were customized, and also we got in some of the state-of-the-art artwork which was done in metal, which was laser cut, as you see in the dining area, across the double height. So which were carefully, kind of blended with colors, which went in with the material palette, which were neutral of the wood and the marble areas. They kind of use every single corner of the space, so that way it feels good that they are enjoying the space, especially during COVID and lockdown, the water body areas or the terrace areas or the landscape areas to the maximum, because that's where they really enjoy spending time with their loved ones, with their kids and their family members, and also entertain people along the way.